everyone, how's it going? We are playing Doki Doki Literature Club. Now, when I first started the game, it said this game was not suitable for children, and it's under the psychological horror tab on Steam. This is going to be a few parts because I looked it up, and apparently this is about a 5 to 6 hour game, and we're not doing that in one playthrough, but I will gladly upload all of it. So, I mean, honestly, if you like this content, I've never played it before. It seems interesting. But if you could just like and subscribe, or not, I mean, it's up to you. Anyways, let's get into it. New game. Please enter your name. Only I could spell. Hey! See an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. This is so loud, the music. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. I'm not doing that the whole time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. By the way, Wyeth, have you decided on a club to join yet? Club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Story likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. I just can't read today. School day is as ordinary as ever and it goes over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at a wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori must have come in the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. How does that happen? I don't do that, dude. Like, at least in high school I never did, where like you're just staring, just like, what? Like the bell goes off, like leave. Like I'm the first one out of there. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Well, you could come to my club, Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Dejectedly followed Sayori across the school and upstairs. A section of the class of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me the new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. Pleasure meeting you. Pleasure's all mine. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't kill my vibe. God. Wyeth, what a nice surprise. Well, I guess we know each other. All words escape me in this situation. This club, full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? You want to say something? Say it. Sorry. Natsuki. Girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes according to Sayori. Just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyways, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. I changed the camera so you can see better. Anyways, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with the people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Wyeth. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Oh my, that smile! What? Dude, pure shock. Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate are used to make ears. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. Carefully places the teacup in front of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole ass tea set in this classroom. Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a book? Dude, picture this, okay? You're in English class in high school. It's like junior year, okay? Say you're a junior again, or you are right now. It's like second period, okay? You're still tired. You went to like math class, you know, all that crap. And then you're reading like Shakespeare and you're like, man, I don't like this. What, right? You probably read Macbeth junior year, if I'm thinking about that correctly. And like just a cup of tea in front of you, like amazing. I would love English class. Public school system, please. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not it. Salted Yuri looks away. I mean, that, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. Stop looking at me like that. It's just switches frames. There's just. So Wyeth, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how literally I've read the past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Me either. Don't worry. Actually, speaking of books, this is a good book right here. Go and read it. That is all. Manga. I'm about to quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something good. She keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? Spoke without thinking after seeing your sad smile. Anyways, what about Yuri? Just gets mad depressed. She's like, oh, you're not a big reader? Get the fuck. Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The levels of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Here goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. I can tell. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we can all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Thank you, Sayori. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will all help us get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Wyeth? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly came forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club, dude. What are you doing? What are you doing, me? Come on. Tori might have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and who's my... I'm so sorry. They're all looking at me. Lost my train of thought. All four girls stare at me with dejected eyes. But, sorry, I thought... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Of course. Right? Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. Just all perk up. All synchronous, dude. Just whoop. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Yes! Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. But the whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls: Leori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Yeah, that's what we're hoping.